So you are outgrowing a version of you that is no longer in resonance with who you are. And sometimes when we're going through releasing of identity and past identities, it can be a very confusing place. It can be a very place full of question marks because we don't know who we're becoming, and the fear of the unknown becomes too strong. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how you can release old identities. And this is the question that I get asked a lot, and this is the work that I do a lot with my clients. So I want to share with you exactly how you can, from 1 to 3, releasing your past identity and fully come into terms with the person that you are becoming. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Welcome back to Awaken with Tina. On this channel, we share messages, channel messages, and guidance so that you can step into your full purpose. You can step into who you're meant to be. If you guys are liking the vibe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, let me know down below if you like it. So let's talk a little bit about how you can release past identities. First of all, I want to talk about how and why they're coming up in the first place. The truth is, we are always growing and evolving and expanding. But what's holding us back is clinging on to what is familiar. So as humans, we have this thing we call our ego or identity, this character, this personality that we play. But a lot of us, we think that these things are permanent, that they're fixed and they don't get to change. But actually, they do change. And actually, you do change. Think about it. When you are younger, maybe when you are 7 years old, are you still the same person? Do you still like the same thing? Maybe you like this candy, but you don't like that candy anymore. Maybe you like to play with Barbies. Are you still playing with Barbies? Right? And maybe you were in high school and you like this type of guys. Do you still like those type of guys? For example, so our taste or preferences, who we are, our personality. Maybe we used to be extroverted, now we're more introverted. Maybe we used to be more shy, and now we just cannot stop talking, right? So these identities get to change. And at this point in your life, you might be feeling like something is different about me, some things that I'm outgrowing. And what you are actually outgrowing is an outdated version of you. And what this really means is that you are no longer that person. You can think that you are the same person because what happens is that we are creatures of habit. We have the same thoughts every day. We have mostly the same thoughts every day. We think of ourselves a fixed way because, you wake up, you have your cycle, you brush your teeth the same way, you go to work, you take the same route. Like, we are used to things happening on repeat. So same with this. Whenever you're changing, when life, when your soul, when the universe, when your higher self is asking you to change, to move, to evolve, because there is something in you that was saying, that was asking, that was praying, I want to change. I want to change my financial situation. I want to change the way that people get to come into my life. I want to change the way that I show up in my life. At some point in your journey, you have set this out in the universe. You have set this out into the ethers. And this is the time where it gets to come back to you. But it's going to ask you to walk away from who you no longer are. And parts of that you have to admit to yourself that you are no longer that person. And you have to admit to yourself that you no longer want, wish, desire to be that person. So here's an exercise that you can do. Ask yourself, who am I not? Who am I not? Okay, journal this out. And this is something that I take my clients through because when you want to come into who you are, you have to come into terms with who you are not. And you have to kind of put it out in our face. What happens here is that a lot of our thoughts, right, they get to run, and a lot of them, they run our lives, right? But we have to actually see them, put them out. So that's why journaling is a beautiful tool that I go back over and over and over again because you actually put some tangibility to your thoughts, to your feelings, right? To what's going on. And if you feel called to it, you can also share with me. I always read your comments and, love them, like them as much as I can to share with you that I support you. So what is going on here at this point? I'm not bleeding. I think it's my lipstick. Oh my gosh. What's going on here at this point? You have to clearly decide who you are not, who you are no longer. And part of that is realizing that because you were this person, it's bringing you heartaches and pain and disalignment in your life. So for example, maybe for the longest time in your life, you've been a people pleaser. You've been a yes man, a yes woman, but now you no longer wish to. But now you wish to be someone who decides what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And the second step here, once you have your who I am letting go, who I'm no longer with, no longer want to be, you want to step into who you want to be. You want to step into who is it that you choose to be. So you can journal on this. Who do I choose to be? And this is a very important question, and I want you to take your time and contemplate with this, because who you choose to be is who you get to be. Because that's why the word choosing is so powerful. A lot of people say, oh, I can't, I don't know. But the use of your words activates who you are, activates your frequency. Words have frequency, vibrations, just like everything, thoughts. So really listen to what you're saying to yourself, because your words actually shape your reality. So by declaring to yourself and to the universe who you are, automatically you will see that, wow, this person, maybe you're saying, I choose to be someone who's confident. I choose to be someone who is easygoing. I choose to be someone who is wealthy. I choose to be someone who is in peace, right? Has inner peace. So whatever it might be, whenever you have that list already in front of you in tangible writing, you will realize that, oh my gosh, that is so desirable. Oh my gosh, why wouldn't I want to be that person? So another step that you can further go at this is, well, what benefits is it gonna give me when I become this person? So if it's not convincing for you enough, you want to just ask yourself, well, what do I get when I'm more confident? What do I get in my life when I'm more rich? What happens when I'm more happy, right? What happens in your life? And eventually there's something of a perspective shift happening in your brain saying, oh my gosh, of course I want to be this person. That makes total sense. So by you realizing that and making sense with it in your mind, your old and past identity will naturally be shed. You will actually have less resistance to letting the past identities go, the false identities go, the old identities go. Because you realize that not only that you are out of resonance with them, not only they are causing you pain and heartaches, and not only they are also going to sabotage the person who you're becoming, you're realizing that actually by letting them go, you're creating more room, more space, more allowance for the true aligned version for you to come through. So when you're shifting through identity, when you're moving past these old identities, it's so important for you to make sense of it in your head. Because the thing here, when we're working with spiritual development, when we work with personal development, a lot of us, we work in this like invisible realm. So it seems, you know what I mean? But the thing is, sometimes our thoughts, always, our thoughts are like that. They're in that intangible realm, but they run our lives. So this is how you take your power back. This is how you make sense of it in your head in this way. And then when your brain and when your mind is on board, your energy gets to flow a lot easier. So when it comes to the last step of this beautiful process over here, is to declare. Declare to the world, this is who you are. Declare to the world that this is who you get to become. And declare to the world this is who you no longer are. Because again, words have power, and also your declaration have power. So that's why a lot of people like affirmations. And if you guys haven't listened to one of my favorite affirmations, I'll list it in the description below for positive feelings, thinking, manifestation. I created a beautiful affirmation for you so you can listen to it. But this is really that energy of really knowing that your words have power. So with affirmation, I also like to call them declaration. It's a soul declaration. It's a universe declaration. So declare it. Let people know who you are. Let people know who you are not. And so that's why I always invite you guys to comment in the comment. Use the comments, like maybe your username is whatever, like no one even knows who you are, you know what I mean? But like, what if, and if they do, it doesn't matter. Just declare. I am no longer available for this. I am walking away from this version of me. I am calling in and I choose to be confident. I am choosing to be XYZ. Like, declare these things in the comments, or write them out in your journal. Have an outlet to share them. Because actually, once you do that, it's something shifting, it's like you're making a promise to yourself. You're making a promise to your soul. You're making a promise to the universe. And when that happens, you just kind of like, this feels good. I want to follow through with it because I already said it. I already declared it. So there's this motivation. It is intrinsic motivation that gets to happen when you say it out loud, when you share it, you type it, you send it, you post it on your story, on your, whatever, just your page. Put it out there. Put it out there in the universe. Let people know who you are. Be loud and take up space. And this is something that I would love to continue on with you and share more about this topic. So if you enjoy this, let me know down below. If you want to know more, if you want more, if you desire more, say more, please. Like this video to let me know that you enjoy it. I would appreciate it. And if you guys haven't seen this video I posted already, check it out. There's so much goodness. There's so much golden nuggets in this one. And in my description, there's also a 2-day soul healing retreat virtual with me. So if you guys want to do some healing, link is all in the description. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.